Everybody just dey rush, they go America to snap with Diddy that year. But e no tey after Burna post his picture with Diddy. The next year, I been at the same particular year, Burna won Grammy. You understand me? All I dey do since na echiche. So I just dey wonder, Burna Boy, this video, I dey ask you question. Don't get offended. Na question I dey ask. How many oil did you drop for your nyash before they give you that trophy? Burna, how many oil them rub for your nyash before?
Burna Boy's supposed best friend just came in and dropped a bomb about what Diddy might have done to Burna Boy, and the talk about Burna allegedly getting bent is back on. But that's not even where it all started. Things really got loud after federal agents reportedly raided Diddy's home and uncovered something wild, allegedly over 1,000 bottles of baby oil. The oil was allegedly used during disturbing parties. Where people are there has been a popular theory that the oils were laced with a substance called the GHB that would make people lose consciousness. And that one disturbing detail quickly pushed people on the internet to start connecting dots, especially between Diddy's so-called mentorships and the artist who seemed to level up fast while moving in his circle. And one of the first names to catch heat was Burna Boy. People weren't slow to bring up receipts. They pointed to his Grammy win and immediately started tracing the timeline back to his cozy ties with Diddy. What once looked like a major international cosign started being painted as something transactional. Also, the fallout of this friendship was just as messy, like something major had gone down behind the scenes. People brought out old clips and snapshots, Burna and Diddy hugging after Coachella, backstage footage of them toasting drinks, and social media posts filled with appreciation.
Hold on. What's up, boy?
Triple, quadruple. In the flesh. In the fucking flesh.
It all centered around the Twice as Tall album, which Diddy produced. That same project later secured Burna the Grammy for Best Global Music Album. And then a viral L image dropped online, allegedly showing a compromising moment between Burna and Diddy. Nobody could confirm if it was a real leak or an edit, but the way it spread had folks in full speculation mode. The Twitter timeline went wild. Posts started flooding in with people saying Burna bent over for that Grammy, metaphorically and maybe even literally. One user even said people need to start understanding that you don't go from a nobody to being a major online presence overnight without getting through these gatekeepers. That statement alone had comment sections on fire. The conversation grew more intense when Speed Darlington, another Nigerian artist, stepped into the conversation. He straight up said Burna was using baby oil and dropping it low just to get his Grammy.
Everybody just dey rush, they go America to snap with Diddy that year. But e no tey after Burna post his picture with Diddy. The next year, I been at the same particular year, Burna won Grammy. You understand me? All I dey do since na echiche. So I just dey wonder, Burna Boy, this video, I dey ask you question. Don't get offended. Na question I dey ask. How many oil did you drop for your nyash before they give you that trophy? Burna, how many oil them rub for your nyash before?
At first, it looked like comedy, but after people started stacking that commentary against the backdrop of Diddy's scandals and even Lil Rod's lawsuit, suddenly the joke didn't sound so far-fetched. Lil Rod, a former producer who worked closely with Diddy, filed a lawsuit with disturbing allegations. He claimed Diddy manipulated young artists by promising fame and even a Grammy in exchange for bed favors. Rod went further, accusing Diddy of weaponizing his affection for Stevie J and playing psychological games to keep him under control. The most damning part was Rod said Diddy named other artists who allegedly gave in to the same kind of demands. He didn't directly name any names, but he said a Philly rapper who dated Nicki Minaj and an R&B singer who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. You don't need to be a genius to know who he was talking about. That's when the pattern started to feel too real, and people began pulling Burna Boy into that same circle. Not long after, an alleged Instagram post from Diddy started resurfacing. It reportedly came back up in 2023 after things supposedly went down between him and Burna. In the post, Diddy allegedly wrote, "I helped you win your first and only Grammy Award, which I did out of kindness, and somehow you thought you could win another without my help." Though the post hasn't been officially confirmed, many believe it's real, and if it is, it paints a dangerous picture, one where coercion hides behind so-called generosity. And that's where Burna Boy's best friend, Ghanaian artist Shatta Wale, stepped in, trying to do some damage control. Shatta publicly defended Burna, urging people to calm down. He explained that he'd known Burna for a long time and insisted Burna would never go as far as offering his Nyash to Diddy just to get an award. He called Burna a real one, someone who wouldn't sell himself just to move up in the game. But the internet wasn't buying any of it. People began questioning Shatta's credibility. Some asked, "Be defending him, you might get surprised what people can do is secrecy." From there, the conversation got even messier. Others began suggesting Shatta was just trying to get back in Burna's good graces after a fallout in their friendship. That raised a bigger question. Which version of Burna does Shatta really know? The Burna from back in the day or the one standing in the spotlight now? Even Burna's lyrics got dragged into the mix. One user brought up a line from an old track where Burna says, "If them want F you for Nyash, make you no lie down." What once came off like a metaphor for standing your ground is now being read literally by some, almost like a quiet confession or a warning in plain sight. And while Shatta Wale might be defending Burna with everything he's got, the silence coming from Burna himself is only adding fuel to the fire. He hasn't posted a single response. No tweet, not even a denial. And to more and more people, that silence speaks louder than any statement ever could. could. Some believe Burna can't speak, even if he wanted to. One theory suggests he might have signed NDAs or confidentiality agreements. Another claims he could be afraid of what else might leak, because if there's even a slim chance that a compromising video or audio exists, Burna could be staying quiet for reasons deeper than just pride or strategy. But the bigger picture isn't just about Burna, it's about what his alleged involvement could reveal about the entire industry. Because if someone like Burna Boy, an international heavyweight who doesn't even live in the US, gets dragged into Diddy's scandal, that suggests Diddy's influence stretched far beyond American borders. One user said Diddy is a threat to national security, baby oil should be outlawed in an amendment, while another added, and the crazy part is, Diddy was telling the truth on himself the whole time, but people thought he was being funny. But in all actuality, it was all real, but no one believed it like why it's crazy. So, what's your take on this jaw-dropping revelation? Sound off in the comments. This story is far from over. And if you're ready for more unfiltered stories like this, don't forget to tap that like button, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for the next wave of revelations.
Yo guys, you remember when Burna Boy won the Best Global Music Album in 2021 for Twice as Tall? Guess who is the producer of that album? It's Diddy himself. Now, Burna Boy, alleged bestie, claims that the partnership with Diddy wasn't just about music. He said Burna Boy was coached and pressured to tone down his African giant energy and play the US industry game. Who knows? I don't know. Some fans are even speculating Burna had to trade authenticity for recognition. But the question is, was the Grammy really worth it? Or did Burna Boy have to sacrifice part of his truth to fit into the Western mold? Oh, social media is already going crazy. Some fans are defending Burna, saying it's the price of global success. Others, they are calling him a sellout. So guys, drop your opinion in the comment section. Until next time, stay loud, stay real. This is Hiphopkit Media. So guys, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that anytime we drop amazing content, you will be notified. If you are a returning viewer, God bless you. See you next.
Was Burna Boy. People weren't slow to bring up receipts. They pointed to his Grammy win and immediately started tracing the timeline back to his cozy ties with Diddy. What once looked like a major international cosign started being painted as something transactional. Also, the fallout of this friendship was just as messy, like something major had gone down behind the scenes. People brought out old clips and snapshots. Burna and Diddy hugging after Coachella, backstage footage of them toasting drinks, and social media posts filled with appreciation.
Hold on. What's up, boy?
Triple, quadruple. In the flesh. In the fucking flesh.
It all centered around the Twice as Tall album, which Diddy produced. That same project later secured Burna the Grammy for Best Global Music Album. And then a viral L image dropped online, allegedly showing a compromising moment between Burna and Diddy. Nobody could confirm if it was a real leak or an edit, but the way it spread had folks in full speculation mode. The Twitter timeline went wild. Posts started flooding in with people saying Burna bent over for that Grammy, metaphorically and maybe even literally. One user even said people need to start understanding that you don't go from a nobody to being a major online presence overnight without getting